forces boarded a ship since the blockade began. Though also, according to the military, 25 vessels have been turned back without force as of yesterday. He then had Iran saying it would retaliate soon for what it called an act of armed piracy, and it gave no public indication that it would be meeting the negotiating team that Trump mentioned. The team that the White House said would once again include Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner. Right, and as I mentioned, Trump said that they would be arriving this evening, and he even told the New York Post this morning that Vance had already left. But then, the New York Times reporting that Vance was actually expected to leave the U.S. for Pakistan tomorrow. And then as far as the Iranian side, you had a spokesperson for the foreign ministry claiming that the U.S. had shown it wasn't serious about pursuing diplomacy and saying that no decision had been made regarding the next round of negotiations. But also, a thing to remember here is that Iranian officials made similar comments in the lead up to the first round of negotiations, so it's not really clear whether this is just talk. And in fact, you did later have the New York Times reporting that an Iranian delegation was making plans to travel to Pakistan. And so, as we say, words are words, actions are actions, they're separate things, and so we're gonna have to wait to see what actually happens. But also, if talks don't happen or a deal isn't reached, Trump's claimed that it is highly unlikely that he would extend the 2-week ceasefire. But, going back to that saying, as we know, his words mean almost less than nothing. And just as Trump has repeatedly claimed that a deal was close,
Trump's words do mean less than nothing.
Only to then be proven wrong, he's also repeatedly made threats that he hasn't followed through on. And notably with all this, European allies are reportedly concerned that an inexperienced U.S. negotiating team is so desperate for a quick fix that they might agree to a deal that...
So desperate for a quick fix. Let's go back to the previous story about precursors. So desperate for a quick fix.
The blockade, but it, quote, did not go well for them. As far as what happened, you had American forces attacking and boarding a vessel around 30 miles south of the coast of Iran. Progress, it was still being made, saying, my representatives are going to Islamabad, Pakistan. They will be there tomorrow evening for negotiations.
Progress, it's still being made. Yeah, I'm picking up all the litter that you throw down and threaten to kill me if I don't.
He reverted back to his baseline negotiating tactic these days, which is to threaten what appear to be war crimes. Writing, we're offering a very fair and reasonable deal, and I hope they take it, because if they don't, the United States is going to knock out every single power plant and every single bridge.
Oh, just like you already fucking knocked out my computer operating system to steal the $500 that I was trading with. You literally froze my computer to crash and then crash the market. Just to what? Because you want to convince me that you're trustworthy? That does not convince me you're trustworthy. If anything, that makes me hate you.
In Iran, no more Mr. Nice Guy. With Trump later revealing that an Iranian-flagged cargo ship tried to get past the blockade, but it, quote, did not go well for them. And as far as what happened, you had American forces...
Try to get past the blockade? Yeah, okay, so while you're shooting up boats, what are you even talking about?
Attacking and boarding a vessel around 30 miles south of the coast of Iran and the Arabian Sea. The ship reportedly belonged to a state-owned Iranian company under U.S., UK, and EU sanctions. A company that's been described by the American State Department as the preferred shipping line for Iranian proliferators and procurement agents. And it had reportedly been traveling back from a Chinese chemical storage port known for shipping substances, including a key precursor for solid rocket fuel that Iran...
A key precursor for solid rocket fuel. So, yeah, I have been drinking Mahong tea. Here's some from yesterday. I've been drinking this Mahong tea as a replacement from coffee because, one, it's much healthier for me. I get much better benefit. Coffee upsets my stomach and gives me inflammation. Then I feel sick because I'm healing from cancer. This, it gives me a little bit of like flare up, but it's nothing like the acidity of coffee. I need to balance my pH to heal from this condition. And Mahong tea is the natural precursor to methamphetamine. And so when they tell you one thing on the news, that may be actually happening. But what they really mean is something else. Nature, they've made illegal. Nature, this is Chinese medicine, ancient Chinese medicine. How dare you know about the Rockefeller school system? How dare you know about natural remedies? We're going to push these death shots to you, Goyim.